you're watching this, you must be interested in getting the scoop on personas. And you might be wondering what they are and why people are talking about them. Let's get you up to speed on what you need to know and how to get started. A persona is a representation of a typical user. Personas are used to help teams and organizations design products, build roadmaps, understand landscapes, and strategize on features, enhancements, and interactions. Kim Goodwin in Perfecting Your Personas, an article published in the Cooper Journal, explains how personas help us design for a broader group of people because we're pulling from interviews with real people to understand behaviors, goals, attitudes, skills, and the environment that they are in. Her advice is, think of this construction as a narrative. Imagine the flow of someone's day. What information, tools, or tasks do they need to complete? Are there obstacles that they face or interruptions that cause them to refocus their efforts elsewhere? When you think about this flow, consider 3 or 4 important goals that these personas have. Whether that be a life goal, like becoming healthier, or an experience goal, how does the persona using the product feel, or most commonly an end goal? What does the persona get out of a well-designed product or service? Remember, although personas don't live and breathe as we do, we want to talk about them as if they are because we want them to be as realistic as possible. We want to be empathetic with our users and really understand what they're going through. So now that you know about the what and the why, let's focus on the when and the how. You're going to want to begin as early as possible because persona creation is considered to be part of the research before designing a product or feature. You'll also want to co-create personas with your team members because it's a great way to get buy-in, support, and really expose them to the data so that they can understand the users themselves. An awesome and very detailed article on the guidelines to get started is Personas Make Users Memorable for Product Team Members by Aurora Harley of Nielsen Norman Group. She explains the common pieces of information to include, how to implement persona-focused design, and the ongoing benefits of personas. Let's try out some of those guidelines together. You're going to want to start with a template and add name, age, gender, work, marital status, location, and a picture so that we know what your persona looks like. Then you're going to add a short bio on what they do and where they live, highlighting their professional and personal life, followed by their goals, pain points, and needs when they perform relevant tasks. Next, you'll add the experience level in the area of your product or service. And then you'll wrap it up with a tagline that captures the persona's personality or attitude. Keep in mind that everything you plug in should have a purpose, be relevant, believable, and not overwhelming. You don't want to add too much that it becomes hard to remember all the details. And there you have it, the first draft of your persona. So, to wrap it all up, here are my 3 tips to get you started. 1. Actively co-create. The best way to create personas is as a team because it promotes collaboration and support, prevents individual bias, and exposes all team members to real user data that the personas can be built from. 2. Make us believe. Bring your personas to life and make them realistic with distinct personalities, experiences, and behaviors that you can empathize with and that exist in the real world. And 3. Use, revise, repeat. Personas live and move with your product. They steer your designs and strategy, and you should go back to them often. But most importantly, you must keep them alive and help them grow and evolve by editing and adding to them as your product grows. If you follow these 3 tips, you should be good to go. That's it for today. Check out my blog for more fun and exciting UX design tips and tricks to help accelerate your learning. Ciao!